Welcome to the Powerlifting and Power Ballads podcast, where we bring you a weekly dose of powerlifting news, tips, and training advice with a touch of 80s rock ballads. This podcast is presented by Team Rohr Powerlifting, your source of the most comprehensive coaching and meet day preparation. Here are your hosts, Josh Rohr and Lara Sturm.
Welcome to episode 54 of Powerlifting and Power Ballads. I'm Josh Rohr.
And I'm Lara Sturm.
Welcome. So we have a few new meets that were just listed to the USA Powerlifting calendar. So we want to mention those. USA Powerlifting Valhalla awaits is going to be October 2nd in Duluth, Georgia. And it's going to be in our old stomping grounds, Chattahoochee Strength and Fitness.
Where we used to train back in the day.
Yep. So that should be a good meet. And then also just recently added was the USA Powerlifting South Georgia Barbell Brawl, which will be November 6th in Moultrie, Georgia.
Where is Moultrie, Georgia?
It is down near Valdosta, like way down south, kind of just north of the Florida state. But it's kind of cool because looking at the overall calendar, there's also, these have been on the calendar. The Lifting the House meet is up in Ringgold, Georgia on August 28th, and it's already full. And then the Savannah Winter Classic is December 4th in Savannah. So looking at the geography of these four meets, we have one basically in Northwest Georgia, one in far South Georgia, one in Atlanta area, and one on the East Coast in Savannah. So they're all over the place, which is pretty cool.
That is cool. Get everybody involved and lots of opportunities for lifting and volunteering.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right. So we're going to hop right into our one-hit wonders. And Josh, we're going to do something a little different this week. I'm going to give you the songs and give you the opportunity to thumbs up, because last week we just got confused in whose turn it was. So we're just, okay. Fair enough. Oh, so you're saying it was me who was confused?
I was confused too.
Yes, it was me. Okay. All right. So the top number four of the one-hit wonder songs. I'm going to go with mine first. Josh Rohr, do you like this song? The song is Accept, is the band, and the song is Balls to the Wall.
That's 2 thumbs up. Easy.
I mean, has to be, right? I mean,
yep.
I remember hearing that song and being like, what's this new AC/DC song?
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought at first too. It does sound a lot like AC/DC, but it's a great song.
Yeah, German band.
Yeah. Not
known for much else. All right. The next song is Josh Rohr's song, which is Beds Burning by Midnight Oil.
Yep. Obviously, I'm going to give that one 2 thumbs up.
Obviously, you have to give that a thumbs up.
Yep. Midnight Oil, Beds Are Burning is a great song. Love it.
Great song. All right. This next song comes to us from Chris Elmore at Elmore's Reality. Elmore Reality? I don't know. It's not reality. And his song is Relax from Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
I'll give that 1 thumb up because I know it's a very popular song, but I actually do not like it. I liked it up until, so here's the irony. Zoolander is one of my favorite movies. And I always liked the song Relax. And then this song was in Zoolander and it ruined it for me.
Went mainstream. They sold out.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that or just it got so overplayed. I don't know what it was, but like it's weird because I love the song and I love the movie, but now that but now I don't like the song because of the movie. So I give it 1 thumb up.
That's fair. All right, our next song is from Gary Jacobs at the Lifting Lutheran, and his song is Key Largo from Bertie Higgins.
All right, so last week I gave him a hard 2 thumbs down on his song choice. I wasn't digging it. I listened to this one, and my first reaction was also no. But then I listened to it again. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of digging this. And then so full disclosure, I've listened to this song like 10 times.
Doing
research, and I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. This is definitely going to be a song. I've never heard this song before, but it's definitely going to be added to my playlist. It's a good one.
All right. I'm going to have to listen to it too, because I don't think I know that song.
It grows on you.
It's a grower. All right. A sleeper, if you will.
Yep.
All right. The next song is from Chris Peterson, and he joins us from C. Peter 48. The song is It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls.
I'll give it one thumb up. It's a good song. I'll give it one thumb up. I can't give it two.
You just can't. All right. Wade Johnson chipped in. He comes to us from at Big Wade 800. And the song is Whirly Girl from the band Oxo.
I'm going to give it one thumb down. Not two thumbs down, but one. I've heard worse songs.
I've heard worse. Okay, that's a good way to put it. All right, the next song is from Cindi Jaeger at I am Sin K is her handle. The song is Whip It from Devo.
I will give that two thumbs up.
I mean, it's Whip It. I mean, who doesn't know the song? And it is pretty much the only song that I know from Devo at all. All right, so then we can bridge that idea of only one hit wonder being for a given band. We've got Ben Green at Ben Green. Twisted Sister, We're Not Going to Take It.
Yeah. Initially, I give that song two thumbs up because I love it. But we did a little research and hopped on the billboard.com. And according to billboard.com, they have, you know what? I must have been, you know what? I just looked at a different site. It's still billboard.com. And I had misread the initial analysis. But here's the reality. They've had 3 songs on the Billboard Top 100. We're Not Going to Take It peaked at number 21. Leader of the Pack peaked at number 53, and I Wanna Rock, which is a great song, peaked at number 68. So I'm going to actually say we have to disqualify this song as a one-hit wonder because it depends on if you're talking like top 10, then technically they have no top 10 songs, but I Wanna Rock was a huge hit, and Leader of the Pack, which I'm not familiar with, actually peaked higher than I Wanna Rock did. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, but when you think of Twisted Sister, you don't think of just that one song, to me anyway, because I'm a hair band type of person.
Yeah, I Wanna Rock is probably my favorite Twisted Sister song. So
yes,
I don't know, Benji. I think we're gonna have to give this one a 2 thumbs down, even though the song itself is 2 thumbs up.
Yes, your choice.
I don't think you did your research.
Yeah, there were so many bands I wanted to choose from. Then I was like, oh no, they've got another hit, a 2-hit wonder.
Yeah.
All right, next song, Eric Cordeiro. At ECC Beast. His song is from Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. It Takes Two.
That's 2 thumbs up. That's a great song.
I love that song.
Yeah, and that's one I didn't even think of. It wasn't even on my radar when I was putting my list together. I feel like I failed. It probably would. I mean, full disclosure, it wouldn't have made my list, but it's a great song.
It is a great song. All right. Next one's from Jim Battenfield at Jim Battenfield. Georgia Satellites, Keep Your Hands to Yourself is the song.
If I could go 3 thumbs up, I would, but I give this one 2 thumbs up as well. I love that song.
Yeah, ditto. All right, next song is from Stacey Metcalf at Metcalf 13. Thomas Dolby's She Blinded Me with Science.
That's a 1 thumb up for me. That's a great song. I'm not sure I put it in a top 5, maybe even the top 10 category, but it's a good song, so I'll definitely give it a thumb up, but I can't give it 2.
I'd agree with that. I mean, Thomas Dolby is quintessential 80s, right? But would I want to lift to it? Would I want to drive to it? If it was on the radio, would I leave it on? Maybe not.
I would leave it on, I think so, but I don't know that I would, I wouldn't listen to it 10 times in a row like I did one of the other ones.
Like you did Key Largo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And when you listen to Key Largo the first time, you're going to be like, why the hell did you listen to this 10 times in a row? But if you do, it'll start growing on you. especially if you're watching the music video on YouTube.
True.
Which, hey, I'll put the links to all the music videos in the description of the episode, so you guys can all go listen to the.
Yes. There's
listen and watch.
A couple of videos that come into play with my top 5 list, but we'll go over that later in another week. So the last song actually for our list is from Amy Pancake at Amy J Pancake. And her song is Rapper's Delight from the Sugar Hill Gang. That's
2 thumbs up easily as well.
Love that song.
Yeah. And this one could have made my list, but it was kind of one of it wasn't the first one that got bumped, but it would be in a top 10 list for me, but it was not in the top 5. It's
a great song.
Yeah.
Brings me right back.
Yep.
All right. So out of all of these songs, you get to choose, Josh Rohr. If you want to put your song in a driving playlist or a lifting playlist, and which song would it be?
All right. So I draft first this week, huh? So I'm going to go lifting songs, and I am going to take your song, Accept Balls to the Wall.
Because that is a great lifting song. And I'm kind of mad that I never had it in my lifting playlist.
That's your own fault. It's been in mine for years.
But you keep your playlists kind of like, under lock and key. Nobody knows what's on your playlist.
For the most part, I've been letting some people in through this podcast.
Letting them in. Be vulnerable, Josh Rohr.
All right. All right. So that's you. So you got to choose driving song out of the remaining songs. What do you got?
I'm going to go with the Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight.
That's a good one.
Love that song. And I've driven to that for sure. Yeah. Not right. I see you typing there. Rapper's Delight.
Yeah. Spell check. Don't worry about it.
Very nice. Very nice. So definitely catch up with us on our top 5 one-hit wonder songs, and shoot us your top 5 list as well as we go through these lists. I'm really stoked about this. It's been fun doing the research for it. Listening to these songs over and over this last weekend, making sure I'm okay with these songs, finding other one-hit wonders and being like, oh, that should go in there too. And then Googling it and finding out, nope, they had 2 hits or they were 1991, stuff like that. I was just.
Yeah. The years have 1979, 1990, like some of those years have threw a little curveball in some of my selections, but
yeah, for sure. There's a couple like quintessential 80s sounding songs that I really could have sworn went from the 80s, and then they ended up being like 1990 or 1991.
Yeah.
I think it's Enough's Enough, Fly High Michelle. I'm like, oh, that song's definitely, nope, 1990 or 91.
And it's funny. I'm going to talk about that Key Largo song again. When you watch the video and when you listen to it, like it screams straight out of the 70s, but it's an 80s. It was released in the 80s. So that's kind of
interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it though. I don't know, man. I like that song.
So, hey, Gary Jacobs for giving Josh a little something to add to his playlist. I mean, doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. And talk about a 180. I gave him a hard 2 thumbs down last week, and I'm giving him 2 thumbs up this week. So nice turnaround, Gary.
Nice turnaround. Good job. Awesome. All right. Well, let's pivot back to the powerlifting stuff. Powerlifting situation. Boom, boom, boom. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay. All right, Josh, what are you going to do if this happens to you? So your opening squat of 232.5 kilos was easy. Good lift. Your second attempt squat of 245 kilos was moving easy, but then you lost your balance and took a step, and they gave you all red lights. Coming into the meet, you had planned for a third attempt of 255 kilos to 260 kilos. What do you put on the bar for your third attempt?
95% of the time, I repeat and put on 245. If you lose your balance, a lot of times that's a result of inexperience or not being as precise and consistent as you could be. So I think it's a big ask, or a big risk, I should say, to add weight. I look at it this way. From first to second, we already jumped 12 and a half kilos. So if you repeat at 245, that's still an increase of 12 and a half kilos from what you currently have. If you go up from that, now you're risking those 12 and a half kilos to gain an additional 2.5 or 5 or whatever else you decide to go up. Now, I will say this: if this happens with a really, really advanced, consistent lifter where we know it's just a fluke, then I may go up, 5 kilos, or, part of it's going to depend on what kind of battle I know we're going to be in at the end. But the reality is we're not really going to know until we get to deadlift, because, our competition may end up missing 2 benches. They may, we don't know. So I think 95% of the time, repeat at 245. The other 5%, maybe go up 5 if that 5 we think is really going to make a difference at the end. But to me, it's not worth the risk of losing the 12 and a half kilo jump that we initially made.
I agree. The other consideration I would probably think about too is the lifter in gear, or are they raw? And I think if they're in gear, I'd probably more likely to stay right there, because it could just be the suit is kind of being a little bit weird. Maybe you're not putting your hips back enough in the suit. That could make a difference.
Yeah.
Which would make me stay there more.
Yeah. I mean, I look at it like, my theory is like, you have to give me a reason to let you go up. And if you miss something on balance, or, no matter how you miss it, you didn't do something right as a lifter. So my opinion is you should not be going up on that. You just, right, as a general rule. Now, like I said, there's a few exceptions, but I think, ego is going to take over for most lifters, and they're going to want to go up because it felt easy. But just because it was easy, it still didn't count. So why are we going up? Get one that counts.
Yep. Enough said. So let's move into the new lifter tip. And I think this is a really good tip for anyone who's new to understand weight classes. So when you're in a weight class, the weight class is the most you can weigh and still be in that class. So if you're using the 57 kilo class as an example, you're in the 57 kilo class as long as you weigh 52.01 to 57.00. 57.00. So if you were to weigh 57.01, that's what moves you up into that 63 kilo class. I definitely have seen new lifters come in and not really understand the weight classes and how they work. So I think it's a really good point to make what that range really is.
Yeah, I think, doing it for a while, it just is common sense, but this is a question that so many lifters have is, is the 57 kilo class the most you can weigh or the least you can weigh? And, the weight class that's listed is always the very top end. So add 0.00 to the weight class, and that's the most you can weigh. I just think it's something that we probably should have posted it and mentioned a long, long time ago, because it is a very common question, but better late than never.
Right. As a meet director on my registration forms, I usually put in the range of weight so that it wasn't just, I'm registering for the 63 kilo class. I'm registering for the kilo class that is, from here to here in pounds and in kilos. And that seems to have always nipped the question right in the bud.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. I never actually thought about doing that, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, there you go. New meet director tip.
Yeah, new meet director tip.
With this. So yeah, and I'm excited that there's some new meet directors in the state of Georgia. I mean, Andrew Cargill taking it on, and there was another meet director I'd never heard of before too.
Yeah,
so.
Well, yeah. So the next 3 meets are all new meet directors. Victoria O'Daniel is doing the meet in August up in Ringgold. Andrew Cargill's doing the meet in October in Duluth, and then Justin Little's doing the meet down in Moultrie, Georgia. And they're all first-time meet directors, so pretty exciting.
That's exciting. And
props, I guess we should say too.
Yes, props for taking that on, being your first meet to direct.
Hopefully you do better than we talked.
Yes, exactly. Very nice.
Yep, I think that does it.
That does it. We were pretty quick and efficient this week, Josh, Rohr.
Yep. Awesome. So cool. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to shoot us an email at plballadspodcast@gmail.com if you have a list you want to submit, or general topics, questions, concerns, etc. Or DM us at PL Ballads Podcast on Instagram. We'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Bye now.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode of the Powerlifting and Power Ballads podcast, please remember to subscribe and share it with your friends.